Hi, my name's Chris Smith. I'm an associate here at Brentnalls WA. Just wanted to take a few moments to have a chat to you about the tax planning and some of the opportunities that might be around before 30 June 2018 comes around. To start with, I suppose I wanted to run through some of the opportunities that might be there. So income, you've got the opportunity to potentially defer some income and defer the tax payments that come to it. Realising capital losses, if you've had some capital gains during the year, there's always an opportunity where you might be able to defer or minimise some of the tax by realising some capital losses on shares that you don't feel like you need to hold any longer. And then writing off bad debt. So bad debt's a bit of a contentious one, but if you have taken all steps necessary to collect that debt, you can receive a tax deduction for writing these amounts off. Another important rule change recently is with the small business entity test, and for businesses that have a turnover and group turnover of less than $10 million, you're able to access some of these great rules. There's a 20k immediate write-off for a plant and equipment. This has recently been extended until 30 June 2019 with the recent budget announcements. There's an opportunity with your GST to convert from accrual basis to cash, and that could be an opportunity to improve your cash flow if you've got a high amount of debtors. And then prepayments. If you make prepayments for expenses, traditionally those amounts would be capitalised to your balance sheet and no deductions allowed, but under the small business entity rules, you might be able to obtain a deduction up front. The expenses. So we've got the opportunity to accrue wages. So there are wages that you haven't yet paid to your employees, but have incurred those expenses and you're entitled to a tax deduction. A review of your depreciation schedule. Is there any equipment that is written up at a higher value than it relates to, or you're not even using the equipment anymore? Have we got the ability to write that off and receive a deduction this year? And then a review of your inventory. Have you got slow moving inventory that needs to be written down, or stock that you don't even hold anymore that needs to be written off? One of the most important things we do with our tax planning process is the cash flow planning. So we really want to understand the timing of your tax payments and the timing of your tax instalments. Is there ability to vary any amounts and keep the cash in your bank rather than in the ATO's account? Really, really important, and one I want to stress importantly is the distribution minutes and having them signed before 30 June. The ATO audit activity has really increased over the current years, and I can't stress the importance of having accurate distribution minutes signed off, and part of our tax planning process is really building up to optimise your tax position. Superannuation. You might not all be aware, but there's new caps in place for the current financial year. And then one of the other ways you can get a deduction for your business is if you pay for all your staff employee superannuation before 30 June. It's not tax deductible until you've made a payment. Be careful, this year 30 June is on a Saturday, so make sure those payments are made nice and early and clear the bank accounts before then. And other tax planning, Division 7A, is there any way we can make cash payments rather than declaring dividend? There's some pre-UPEs. The budget announcement recently has brought pre-UPEs under the new Division 7A rules, effective 1 July 2019. Single touch payroll is the ability to start paying directors a dividend instead of a wage. We need to start getting these things right for 2019 now rather than waiting for 2019 tax planning. And then R&D, there's been some recent rule changes. Look, I just wanted to give a quick overview of some of the things for tax planning. I think it's a really valuable exercise, some of the most valuable work we do in any period of time. If you do need to find out any more information, please contact the directors here or myself. Happy to help. Thank you.